It is November 27th, 2018. We have Atlas being cute, his little freak shirt. We PopPop right here.
Here I am.
Mom over here with Isle. A little bit of everybody. All right, so PopPop.
Are you able to edit that thing, or is it the way it is?
No. Yeah, we can clip out little sections later on.
Someplace else.
Mm-hmm.
Like paste, cut and paste.
Yeah.
You can do that with this too.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. Cool. So PopPop, give us the highlight reel. Best years.
Well, born in Baltimore, Maryland, in 1933. Is that interesting?
It's a good start.
I don't remember
33.
seeing it. I was too young to
33.
remember.
Yeah. It was a sad time.
Good times and bad times. Grew up in Baltimore. My mother and father had a grocery store.
Wow. That's you, Atlas. That's what Atlas is like right now.
It was a rough neighborhood. I survived. Went to a local swimming pool with some friends I had made. Enjoyed myself very much. Had a Christian motor school. Not many kids had those in those days. I had a few friends that had motorbikes. A few had motor scooters. We took a ride from Baltimore, Maryland, all the way to Hershey, Pennsylvania. It was a great trip, an all-day trip. Our maximum speed was about 30 miles an hour. Grossly underpowered, and some mountainous country. But we got to Hershey, and they gave tours of the Hershey chocolate factory. Without cost, you could eat all the Hershey's that you could hold. And we ate them all day long, and most of us got sick. But we motored home on our motor scooters. We all had headlights on our bikes, so we made it home quite safely in the dark. That was an exciting thing in my life. I did almost everything for occupations. I sold furniture, I sold magazines. Let me think about what I did not sell. I sold snap-on tools. Gotta get a drink, I'm drying out. A lot of competition now with background noise, but I'm trying to override it. I went in the Army when I was 20 years old, 1953. I was born in 33. And I stayed in the Army until 1956.
That's not nice. Don't you forget.
In those 3 years, I was in Fort Knox, Kentucky, Fort Campbell.
I don't know where it
I don't know where I remember Fort Campbell. Doesn't matter. But I served 2.5 years overseas in Germany. That was a nice tour. I had a girlfriend while I was over there. A little Schatzi. Schatzi meant sweetheart in German. Fortunately, I was able to speak German rather rapidly because it is similar to Jewish or to Hebrew. And I was able to communicate with the locals. Even though I was an American, I could speak and understand enough German to get by.
How much Hebrew did you speak as a child?
I didn't speak much Hebrew. I tried to speak German.
But when you were a kid, did you speak Hebrew? You said you learned German quickly.
I heard a lot of Hebrew when I was a kid. My grandparents spoke Hebrew quite extensively. My parents did not, but I picked it up along the way. Enough to understand, but more so than to speak. So I got along all right. At age 13, I went through a traditional Jewish bar mitzvah.
The other one disappeared.
And the girls had bat mitzvahs. Bar mitzvah was just a big party for adults. I guess there must have been 100 families to attend my bar mitzvah, a big celebration. After I got out of the Army is when I had multiple
Probably got
jobs.
them all last night. About 3
If
more.
I wanted to learn something, I got into that industry. If I want to learn bookmaking, I got into printing presses. And I learned how to run printing presses. I learned to work binderies to make books out of sheets of paper. I learned photography. I got a job as a photographer's aide, his assistant. And I learned quite a bit that way. Give me a break.
You want a break?
Yeah.
Pop up. Pop pop pop.
That's a little camera.
Yep, that's pop up. What about your schooling?
Yeah, I dropped out of school in the 8th grade. I was bored easily. If it wasn't exciting or I wasn't learning something, I didn't like to stay with it. I was bored. I was a telephone pole man, pole climber for years, a telephone company installer. I can't remember all the things I've done. I said I sold snap-on tools.
Really hooked on those snap-on tools.
Well, that was a big part of my life. I learned a lot while I was selling snap-on tools. I learned to be a salesman, to be a diplomat, to be a liar.
What'd you lie about?
Huh?
What did you lie about?
Well, it wasn't actually lying, but I exaggerated the ability of some of the tools and their guarantees in order to sell more of them and make a bigger commission. But that wasn't, I guess all salespersons did that. I sold encyclopedias for a while. I don't think you can sell an encyclopedia now. You can try. Everything is available on the internet.
Yeah.
So you don't have to sell a product. Everybody has it on their telephone.
But you did that door to door, right?
Oh yeah.
Every one of these was door to door knocking.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Insurance was the same way. Selling.
What was a really good month? A really good sales month? How much would you make?
Selling insurance? It wasn't lucrative at all. It was hand to mouth. What you earned today, you ate tomorrow. What you earned tomorrow, you ate the next day. It was not lucrative. You couldn't get ahead of yourself and start a savings account of any kind.
But just the value of money was so much different that even having...
I know, it was different then than it is now, but you have to have $100 now to buy what you could buy for $50 back then. So it was all relevant. Everything was relevant. And I had a lot of relatives, too. that was good. Play on words. One of my hobbies was bonsai. I made bonsai trees. Bonsai literally means tree in a pot. Literally. And I had at one time over 100 bonsai trees. Some of them were very small, in pots as small as 2 inches in diameter, and some very large, in a pot as big as 10 inches in diameter. It was varied. Gotta get another sip. I suffer from dry mouth because of all the medication I take. I am 85 years old.
What are you most surprised about, like with 2018? When you were a kid and you were thinking of the future,
I didn't think that I would live to see the year 2000. That was a long way away. Now it's 2018. So I've surpassed my wildest dreams as far as life expectancy. some of the best things that I did, I guess, was learning the trade of growing bonsai trees. That was something new every day. I never won any prizes or awards for best of show or anything, but I just enjoyed tinkering with my trees.
How about when you went back to medical school? How did that medical school start?
Oh, I didn't graduate high school, as I said previously. I was fixing washing machines for a company in Maryland, in Baltimore, a company named Lew & Lewis. Their business was putting the washing machines in laundromats and in apartment buildings. And I used to run around and service their machines in one of their trucks. At one point in time, I decided I didn't want to do that for the rest of my life. So I went to University of Maryland and made application to go to college. They admitted me on the basis of having a GED certificate, which is the equivalent of a high school certificate. And they allowed me to come into college. I flunked out my first year in the freshman year, unable to attain the grades that were necessary. I went to the Dean of Men and begged him to let me stay, try one more time, that I had been a veteran, that I was married, had a couple of kids, was disgusted with my life as it was, and wanted to get a college education. And he allowed me to stay in school for one more semester to take the exact same courses that I'd previously taken but failed to pass. And I took those same courses and passed every one of them with a C grade. Barely got by, but I had no high school background. And all the other students going to college, with very few exceptions, had high school diplomas. They had had chemistry before. They had higher math before. They had sciences before. I had
Sweetie.
Oh, there's Judy. Judy has arrived home.
Hey. Hey, Grandma Judy.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Get up.
We're taking a little video right now.
Okay.
Whoa.
He's making dirty
Don't
movies.
do that.
That's the good stuff right there.
Don't do that.
You're eating candy.
Crackles.
Katniss got a little tail, a part of it.
Hey, Scott. You want to choose one?
Thank you so much for coming. I couldn't have spent a better afternoon
they're all the
with
same.
anybody in the
Different
whole
colors.
world.
Well, thank
Hey, PopPop. Yeah? Maryland with the Colts. They had 3 of the professional football players living at their house. He was such a big football fan. Yeah, I want a little bit more of that information.
Before the Colts moved to
Yeah.
Indianapolis, is that where they're in? Indianapolis.
So yeah, and they snuck out, at midnight and left Baltimore, the Colts.
Yeah.
So you had big guys,
Oh my God. Like gorillas.
and they were friends with your dad. How did they find you?
They became friends. My dad was such a big fan.
Oh, there you go.
When the Colts moved to Baltimore, they had no place to live.
Come in.
Where did they stay in your house?
The upstairs.
They had the whole attic. Okay. Huh. Yeah, I remember there was a weird attic there
Yes.
where you came up the stairs and it went off onto both sides.
Right.
So they lived up there in those. Okay.
You have a belly? Let me see.
You have a belly button?
Oh, it's right in the middle of your tummy. Oh, so you got one too.
Oh, you have a belly button?
You're doing like I did.
I'm keeping chewing on
We got muscles on the rear though. Just too long. You don't want any more of that. Hey, old man. Blonde kiss. Oh.
Hi, Pop.
Yeah, how you doing?
Doing good. Happy happy Sydney's graduation.
Yes, thanks. Okay. You like my Coca-Cola cup?
Oh yeah, look at you.
Six PopPop.
Double pop.
You need more pops on there. You got 4 generations
You're
here.
a triple pop now.
Got one more pop on that.
It's amazing. 4 decorations. 4 letters.
Dogs.
Burger, More tuck on the floor. Bye.
Bye.